Yeah, I'll react to that, sure. This is gonna be fun. I know one's gonna be Fanny, which is the funniest one to me because of how innocent of a word it is over here. One sec, guys. I have to. Hope you guys are doing well. Original link to the video, sorry, I feel like top of the description. Below that, link to the Discord. Love to have you. Makes it easier for me to interact with you and see your recommendations. Up to you, of course. Let's go. 8 American words that are rude in Britain. Okay, yeah. Fanny, guys. To you guys, it's like, I don't want to swear. P, word for vagina, but I don't want to get demonetized. Would I get demonetized?
Yeah, I'll react to that.
Oh, you will?
Sure.
Thanks, man. That was an army video I watched, guys, so I'll react to that, sure. Sorry. But Fanny is the most, like, it's like if you had a little kid, like your child or whatever, and like they fell like on their butt, right? You'd be like, "Oh, you fell on your fanny. Are you doing okay?" Boy or girl, right? It's like it is the most innocent, child-friendly word for your butt. But to you guys, it's the front butt. I'm not restarting. Jesus Christ.
Got 8
Forget what I just said.
Today I've got 8 American English words that are super rude in Britain if used incorrectly. And I don't want you guys to get into trouble. So if you're ready, let's do this.
Guys, I have a fanny. That's what I mean. I can show it to you. No, I won't.
Welcome to Eat Sleep Dream English. My name is Tom and I teach fresh, modern British English so that you can take your English to the next level and achieve your life goals, whatever they may be. Rude word number 1, period. Period. Now, in American English, this is the little dot you put at the end of a sentence. In British English, we would say a full stop. A full stop. However, in British English, a period is menstruation. Okay?
So is it over here?
It's part of the menstrual cycle. It's the period of discharge of blood for females. So, not necessarily it's a rude thing. It's a part of the body. It's a natural thing. But if, for example, a teacher was to say to you, "Don't forget your period." What? My period? Huh? What? Oh, my full stop.
Don't forget your period. When would that be used in America?
Oh, yes. Sorry. I'll put my full stop in there. You can see where the confusion might lie.
Oh, you mean the period as in at the end of a sentence. Or like, that's it, that's final, period. But period is also the term for menstrual cycle for women, obviously, like he said.
So, period in American English is full stop in British English. Number 2, Trump. Trump. Now, of course, in American English, it refers to the president,
Trump
right?
card.
Donald Trump. Okay, but in British English, we use Trump as a slang term to mean fart. Yeah. So, for example, if someone asks you, "Are you pro-Trump?"
Hell yeah, brother.
I don't know. Do I support farting? It's natural. It's a natural thing. Oh, do I support Donald Trump? Oh.
What if you said, "Do you like Trump?" And obviously, you know, Trump is a last name of the president, former president, the rightful. But it's, you know, like to trump something. This has got to be a word in English. It means like to better. Like, oh,
Okay, I understand.
But I didn't know. Like Trump, like trumpet. That's cool for fart.
Probably not going to get confused, but it's quite humorous. Number 3, bum. Bum. Now, I believe that in American English, this is a kind of derogatory term for a homeless person. In British English, it just means bottom. Bottom, right? Now, how can this manifest itself in a confusing way? Well, let's say your friend's just gone to Los Angeles and they're like, you were like, "Oh, how was it?" They were like, "Yeah, pretty good, but man, there are bums everywhere." Hey, what? Huh? What? But...
Clarification.
Okay.
Clarification. Yes, definitely, but I don't think even if someone was trying to be derogatory, I think, yeah, like if someone said, "Oh yeah, there's a bum right there," it would be like kind of, huh? But it's also a word to describe just like someone who's lazy or like isn't doing anything or accomplishing any, like, or isn't. It's like, oh, you're a bum. Like someone can say that to someone with like, and they're not homeless. And bum also means it's like a very non like rude word for your butt, right? So this is another one that's interesting, that, you know, bum can be used for your butt. Bum, yes, can describe homeless, but I feel like it'd be more oftenly to say like, oh, you're like, stop being a bum, just like stop being lazy, I guess. Like go do something.
Okay, I have no idea what to do with that information. So you can see there can be a confusion, right? So in Britain, we would say homeless person and bottom or bum, yeah. Number 4, bird. Now in American English, they're talking about
it's a woman,
an animal,
right?
A hawk or a pigeon or an eagle. In British English, yeah, we have that same meaning, absolutely. We also use it as a slang term, slightly derogatory for a female.
I learned this from Jay I learned this from watching The In-Betweeners. Bird. Gash. But yeah, bird is obviously the birds that fly, but also like to flick them the bird would be to like give them a middle finger.
It's not a great word. I don't particularly like using it. The confusion could come in when someone
it's like a chick
says like, whoa, look at that beautiful bird over there, and you're like, what? And you're looking for a female because that's the association you have, but actually they're talking about the animal. So there can be some confusion there. As I say, we do use the word bird to mean the animal, but it can also mean female as well. This one you'll probably never use because I don't know anyone that uses these, but in American English the word fanny pack is the kind of bag you use around your hips. You might just put like your passport in there or your wallet, something like that. Mm-hmm. I've never used one, I think, or I certainly wouldn't admit to using one. But in British English, we would call that a bum bag. The word fanny in British English is actually the female private part, the vagina. So it's a slang word. So when Americans use the word fanny pack, I think most Brits kind of laugh. They think that's so strange. What a weird thing. What a weird concept.
This could be such an awkward term to use in the wrong situation. Because like, imagine this. Like imagine this, okay? Like, it's a very child-friendly word to use for a kid's butt. And so, like, imagine, like, oh, like, you're over and, like, oh, you're talking to someone and there's, like, a child there and it's a girl, right? And it's like, oh, she fell in a puddle. It's like, oh, she got her fanny. Like, it's so innocent to us, but I know it would be so weird to you guys. Be like, oh, she got her fanny wet, right? That's like, what the hell did you just say, you goddamn pervert nonce? But it's so innocent over here. And it can be, in that term would be like, get this guy in jail, right? It's like, oh, she got her fanny wet, right? It's like, oh, a little kid, just like, boy or girl, right? I'm just saying, if it was a boy child, I feel like it wouldn't be as, because it'd be like, what? He's a boy, right? But imagine it was, oh my God, right? But if a boy or girl, like, just, like, fell in a puddle, it's like, oh, you got your fanny all wet right there. That would be the worst misunderstanding possible. Because it's so disgusting if you guys heard that, referring to a child. And yet, over here, it is so innocent. Like, that's like, aw, right? Jesus.
And then we remember, oh no, it's a bum bag. Okay, right, I get it. This is the classic one that will confuse some people. The word pants in American English is trousers in British English. Right, pants in American English, trousers in British English. Pants in British English is underwear, right? Underwear, the things you wear underneath your trousers. So when an American says to you, oh my God, I love your pants. I love your pants.
I love his accent.
My response is like, huh? What? Huh? You can,
My fly open?
I check to see if they can see my underwear. And then I remember, oh, no, they mean trousers. So that's where the confusion lies. Pants in British English can also mean, it's like a slang term for rubbish. Oh, that's pants. Like, oh man, that film was pants. Like, it was rubbish. So there's another meaning there. But pants in American English is trousers in British English. Here's a great one.
I feel like I've heard the pants term for rubbish before, but I forgot, so.
Randy. Now, in American English,
Randy Marsh. Arrested me for what? What's the officer problem? Sorry, I love South Park so much. I thought this was America.
I believe that's just a common name, right? Randy.
Randy
Travis, for example, or I don't know, someone else.
Randy Marsh.
Now, in British English, we don't really use Randy as a name. It's actually an adjective to mean sexually aroused.
So, like, I'm randied. I'm super randied right now. That's the term.
So the confusion lies when an American introduces themselves to you and they say, hey, I'm Randy. And you're like, oh, okay, too much information. Too much information. And they're like, no, my name is Randy.
So is Randy not a term? Is Randy not a name in the UK?
Randy. Oh, sorry. Yeah, hi, I'm Tom. All right, and the last one, suspenders. Suspenders. This in British English is braces. They're the things you wear to hold up your trousers. So
yeah, same here.
In American English, suspenders. In British English, braces. But suspenders in British English...
I'm so dumb. My bad. Sorry. I've got ahead there.
American English, suspenders. In British English, braces. But suspenders in British English is the item of clothing that usually females wear to hold up stockings. So if an American says to me, like, Tom, do you prefer to wear a belt or suspenders? I would say, belt. I'm not really into suspenders. Maybe he says, well, I love suspenders. I'd be like, hey man, hey, you do you, okay? No judgment here.
I mean, the only time I think of suspenders is like people like men from the 40s and 50s and 60s might wear on, or maybe like a construction worker might wear under his coat or something. But I feel like you don't see a lot.
Right, so there's a slight confusion. So there we are, guys. 8 American English words that, when brought over the Atlantic to Britain, can cause some problem. They're not necessarily all terribly rude, but we do have to be slightly careful with them. Now, I'm sure there are many others that I've forgotten to add to this video, so if you know them, please pop them into the comments below. And if there are any American viewers watching right now, please tell me, are there any British words that translate rudely into American English? All right, let me know in the comments below. I'd love you to share your knowledge with me. Now, remember to click on the link below and get your 30-day free trial with Amazon Audible so that you can improve.
If that interests you guys, please use his stuff, okay?
Improve your English by listening to English audiobooks. Hi guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Tom, the Chief Dreamer, saying goodbye.
Guys,
for example, or I don't know, someone else.
British words that are... Oh yeah. You guys use a very homophobic term for cigarette. Boom, right there. Like over here is like actually I can't think of a way for you to say it though, in a way, because you're like, can I have a or like, do you got a you would never say like, hey, you know, F. But yeah, that's definitely one. Is it just me, or is like the C word for female genitalia? It seems like it's much more loosely used in Australia and the UK than it is over here. I'm not saying that it's a nice word or a nice word in either of those countries, but it feels like it's more of a bad word here than it is there. Like what's the worst word? The N word is. If you're gonna say like bad words in the U.S. to say that's gonna get you in trouble, there's the N word, which is like above the house, and then like the F word, I guess, for gay people. or, and then like the C word. But is it just me, or do I feel like you guys use it a little more loosely? Really cool video. Yeah, the fanny one. That'll get you in trouble. I guess. But it's crazy. The fanny one is the craziest one to me because of how polar opposite the child friendliness use of the term is over here and there. So that's the one where I'm like, oh my God, thank God I know what that means to you guys. So I don't say something that I think is so innocent and cute. It's so innocent and cute and like used in a childlike manner. And then for you guys, it's such polar opposite. So anyways, really interesting video. Great channel. Great video as always from this guy. I hope you guys are doing well. Love y'all. And I'll see you guys next time. All right. Bye, guys.